Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Do you drink this every day?
Every morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Good morning, wall. Morning, ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
You're listening to the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Woohoo! Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is the Morning App, and it's just us three this morning. No special guests.
No special guest.
No fun times. Just us three boring people.
Yes.
Whoa.
What?
This seat. There's like no way to lower or raise the seat, so it just kind of does it on its own sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I fall, and sometimes I rise.
Sometimes I rise.
So that's that. Lexi, I'm really digging the outfit.
Yeah,
Thank
for real.
you.
Though. Yeah.
I love the
I was feeling
bandana
it
and
today.
yeah, I like the red. I have a red sweatshirt.
Yeah, I know. I thought we were gonna all match, but.
I got a
You
little
have
speck of
birds.
red.
Oh yeah, I guess those are birds.
Yeah. You guessed they are birds. They are
I
birds.
don't really know because those are.
What did you think they were? Ice cream cones?
Maybe.
I've actually gotten that before. Oops. But yeah.
Well, that's what I
birds.
would have guessed that they were if I didn't see that they were birds. That's why I said that.
Well,
Because they look a little bit like ice cream.
Well, I
Just a
see all the
little bit.
beaks now.
no.
Yeah, and the
Ice
little
cream
wing.
cones don't have beaks.
It's cute. I really like it.
Hey, thanks.
It's like a little
That's good
cardinal.
gas. Phew. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh
Monday.
God. Sorry.
It is Monday, but it is the week before spring break.
Oh my God, we have to
We-
rally.
Are gonna get through. All I'm saying
Get
is,
through.
when I get back from spring break, my motivation is gonna be so low, it's not even funny.
Yeah, I think we're
Yes.
all gonna be feeling that.
Because that's how I feel now. And every time I go on a break, when I get back,
Yeah.
my mentality is like,
We're also
In the
last
toilet.
semester seniors, so
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh, is this the
senioritis
senior-
is still real.
Oh my gosh, that is a thing. Oh, I really hope that doesn't kick in. Like senior year of high school, that was rough.
yeah.
I was just like skipping everything. I was like, I can't do this. I got into college now, so I was like,
That was my thing. Once I got into college, I was like, why do they still make you come to school?
what if that was a thing? Like,
Isn't
goal
that
is
the goal?
to get into college. So it's like, I don't need to take my final exams. I already got in. Are you kidding me?
what if like high school was like that? There's like, oh, you got in college, okay, well, you don't have to come back here ever again. Or you're just like, okay, we're
That would
Just
suck,
home
though,
now.
because, like, all the people that, you know, their plan just isn't to go to college or they're going to the military or they're just starting a business or something. They just have to stay, like, 2 months longer.
gosh,
Yeah.
ooh, man, I gotta go to New York on Thursday morning too for like the IBS awards.
Yeah.
I'm excited, but also like, man, I'm about to be like drained because
Yeah.
we had like a meeting last night with Ira Levy, David. Okay, it's like 3 different names.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows who he is. Yeah, like he put out like the itinerary and everything. It was like tour here, tour there. And I was like, man, I want to sleep.
That's a lot, yeah.
I was
Wait,
like,
touring, like, you're touring
like
places in New York or you're touring, like,
there's like the island.
conference
What's the
thing?
name of the island?
Ellis Island?
No, it's another one.
Ellis
Staten Island?
Staten Island.
Oh,
Yes. I was like,
no,
there's a
you're right,
billion
that is-
islands. Yeah. So I was like, man, like the first day, it's kind of
Tour of Staten Island? That's
what-
gonna be
what-
that's like the
I don't know.
longest tour ever.
How
do you just tour Staten Island?
I don't know anything about it.
Well-
Staten Island's like a place, like people live there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean it's like a
oh, really?
large
Opening
Isn't
up
it one of the
people's-
boroughs?
area. Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah,
It's not one of the boroughs, is it? Or is it?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
from New York, but I'm not very knowledgeable of the area. I'm just gonna.
No.
I'll be straight up. I lived there for like 4 days before moving to
Sweet.
Charlotte. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, that'll be fun.
Staten Island. So, am I just gonna be like opening up like people's house doors or something? Just like, hey,
Well, so there's
this
like
Staten Island?
carnival. You know, it's like
Can I eat it
it's
or
a very
something?
touristy area. I
There's
do know
a ferry
that.
and a
Yeah.
boardwalk. and
Yeah,
stuff.
so there's like a lot to do.
okay.
It's just funny when I think like tour of Staten Island. I just picture like just making your way all the way around Staten Island.
Oh, we just like walk for like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
That's
I don't
so
really know
funny.
anything about it, but
Yeah,
I'm excited. But also just like, man, I just want to catch up on sleep.
I feel you.
Like I'm gonna get off my plane Sunday and like then go to New Orleans on Monday. So
Oh,
I'm just
wow,
like,
yeah.
on to go.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Are you going to New Orleans for the rest of the week?
Oh, just for like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Just like
Nice.
have some fun. Down
Dude,
there.
New Orleans is probably my favorite place besides
I
Nashville.
love it. Oh my gosh.
I love that.
I'm really
I want to
excited.
go there. It's on my list.
It's so beautiful. All the people are so nice down there too.
I mean, it's, yeah, like, they're so kind. It's crazy.
Also, everything's like dirt cheap. Like, it's terrific. Like
Yeah.
the beignets and just like the Cajun food.
Yeah. They have drive-through daiquiri bars.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like it's very dangerous,
Yes, very.
but they do have them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
a different place,
They're like,
man.
don't drink and drive, but here
But-
you go.
Yeah.
There's like a cop like handing them like the drink. Like, okay, see you in a second.
Click it or ticket.
Yeah. Wow. What a phrase.
That's a North Carolina thing.
Right.
Click it or
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I see that, like when I'm driving on the highway, they have
Oh yeah,
those giant
billboards. Mhm.
It's
Yep.
like,
That is the biggest North
that's a
Carolina
large
thing.
reminder.
There's something every year at the fair where they give out like, I remember getting like one of those Band-Aid dispensers, which I don't even know why you need those if you have a box of Band-Aids. Like who's like,
A
oh,
Band-Aid dispenser
you need a
is just a
Band-Aid?
box of Band-Aids.
Here, let me pull out my dispenser for you. It's like, what? No. Like, but
Looks like
they
a
have
victim.
those with the click it or ticket on them, and I had one
Yeah.
when I was
Oh.
like 10.
That's
I
so funny.
I just remember being like, when I drive, I'm always gonna have my seatbelt on.
Senior Lexi's like, yeah.
And
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I follow through with that every day.
No, seriously. When I was younger, I was like, how can anybody drive without their seatbelt on? But then now, sometimes when I'm in a rush places.
You just forget on accident. You're like, wait, I'm a terrible person.
But then my old car didn't beep at me when I didn't put it on, so it's like I would forget and then I just wouldn't put it on. But now my car like until you put it on, and I just
Oh.
want to scream.
My car just like has a little light on. Other than that, it's like, you hear something?
Y'all hear some?
No.
Oh man.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Well, New York is going to be a lot of fun for you, even though it's going to be busy.
What are you
Yeah.
doing in not Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
In
yes.
New Orleans.
Los
that's what I meant.
Orleans.
Oh, I'm just like
Los
going.
Orleans?
Me and Carl are like going again. We like went sophomore year. I guess for context, Carl's like my old roommate. Like we loved it, so we're like, wait, let's like go for like one last trip. And we're like, yeah.
Are you staying in an Airbnb?
Yes.
Nice.
It's like right in the middle of like French Quarters. So. It's pretty hype.
Wow.
But
That's cool.
I was just thinking to myself, like, do you guys ever look back at our videos? Like I was like watching our video on like Wednesday, and then like comparing it to like now, how we're like all kind of like dead. Like yeah.
Wednesday was such a lively show, and I'm telling you, it's a whole difference.
That was like the best
From-
show we had.
I couldn't stop dying laughing.
I put it on my website. Like it was so funny.
Yeah.
That was my
What
favorite.
were we talking about even? I don't even know.
I just
think I
remember we
told you
played
guys.
cinema, and then we all went.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We did play cinema.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was a really good
Yeah.
time.
Uh huh.
We raved.
I didn't
in the
know that
studio.
that was Skrillex.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's
I guess it makes
Benny
sense.
Benassi, or right? It's Benny Benassi, but it's a Skrillex remix.
Oh, okay.
Benny
'cause
Benassi,
I-
don't know.
For some reason I didn't put those two together, and I was like, oh, we should listen to Skrillex too. And then I was like, wait,
It is.
they-
It is Skrillex.
It is.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was.
So-
That was a funny.
Maybe we should play Bangarang.
Oh my gosh.
You remember that
yeah.
song? That was a crazy song.
Bangarang. Yeah.
Bang.
Bang. Yeah.
That was funny.
All right, we're gonna be right back
want a break?
on the morning app, and we'll see
okay.
you in like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Every morning.
Every morning. You drink this every day?
Every morning. Is that
What
how
was
it
the drink
goes?
that
Is that the
Michael-
quote?
Like, yeah. What was the drink that Michael Scott was drinking? That was it like.
It was coffee, but it was just milk and sugar.
That sounds like a
he-
chai tea latte.
And she was like,
to me.
"You drink this every day, every morning."
That's so funny.
But
Just
it was
milk and
just,
sugar.
It was literally just milk. No, and she was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "Milk and sugar." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And like thinking it's coffee with milk and sugar.
Right.
But then she
But
was like,
it's
"Is
straight
this
up
just milk and
just-
sugar?"
You look in it, it's just a white cup. It's just white liquid.
Or it's like cream or something. It's like just
half and half
straight
and
up.
sugar.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, so I actually have a question for you guys. I know we usually talk about The Bachelor, but I recently watched a new reality dating/love show.
Is it the
Love is
song one?
Blind.
Oh, yes, you told us
Have
about
you guys
this.
heard about this besides what I've told you?
No.
You guys need to watch this show.
Okay, what is it about? Sorry.
That's all I'm going to say. Sorry, I was just thinking about it because my roommate and I finally watched like the last episode last night after waiting like 2 weeks. Basically this show, first of all, I want to clear up the fact that I watch this because it's so ridiculous, yet so addicting. It's
the
like
only
the
reason.
people who made this show know exactly what people want to see because I can't stop watching it. But also the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, this is a joke. So basically, these people go in, there's like 15 women, I think, and 15 guys. And they go in like their separate little like living quarters, but they're just separated by a hallway, essentially. And then they all speed date in these pods. They're like little rooms that are next to each other, and they speed date without being able to see each other. So you're just like talking through a wall, basically. And it happens through a course of like 4 or 5 days. It's a course of a week, essentially.
Wait, they're like literally in their rooms, right? The entire show? Am I
It's
thinking
not
the same
their
show?
rooms,
Oh.
but it's little rooms that are set up for the show.
Okay, I've
so there's
seen-
like couches. They're nice rooms, but it's
Okay.
just each person is in one. And they just speed date and they cross people off and then they get back together and talk more if they liked them, blah, 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 blah. And they talk for a while. It's like days and hours. But in the first episode, somebody proposed. So basically, it's an experiment. So they want to see if love is truly blind.
Ooh.
So they have people like, if you feel like you found your match through this blind speed dating, then you propose to them
That's
without ever
insane.
seeing them. And then if they say yes, then they meet in person. And then they like send you on a trip. And then they send you home, so you have to like meet each other's families. And then by the 4th week, it's like expected that you guys get married.
What?
And then if you don't want to get married, at the altar is when they say, I'm either yes, going to marry you or no. And so basically it's just this thing where people propose to people they've never seen before ever in their lives, but it's just based off of personality. And it happens after like 3 days of them talking. And then after the 4th week, some of them get married. And it's like they've only known each other literally for 4 weeks, and 2 of those weeks they've been engaged. And the first week they didn't even see each other the whole time. It's just crazy wild and really dramatic. It seems very staged. But I've, done some research on it. Not research, but I've looked it up. And some people
Wikipedia,
said,
baby.
In this paper, I shall.
honestly, write to paper on Love is Blind. But I have read a few things that they only show, obviously, portions of the conversations, but the people are actually speaking for, like, hours and hours and hours and hours every day. So it's, even though they don't see each other, they are genuinely speaking for, like, 24-plus hours every week or so, which I guess isn't that much, actually. But still, yeah, crazy show.
So what's the craziest story that's on there? Like what?
Like,
Were there people that were like, no, I don't want to marry you?
There.
No.
Sorry.
So obviously, the 15 people, like, obviously not everybody found a match. So they only continued to follow the people that found matches. So they were probably.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah, I think
Like
they
imagine
were
going
like.
on a show the first hour, they're like, okay, you're going home.
No, seriously, like in the first like 10 minutes of the episode, you see like a ton of people, like 15 girls. By the end of the episode, you don't see half of them anymore. So it's like some people came onto the show and like immediately just kind of were like, nope, not on it anymore.
Maybe their personalities were not compatible with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was one couple that he proposed to her, but he never ever told her that he was bisexual. And then they met in person, and then they went on their like trip. And when they were on the trip, that's when he told her that she was bisexual. And she...
Wait, that he was bisexual?
That's when he told her that he was bisexual. And she like took it really poorly and saw it as like him not being straight up with her from the front. And they got in a really petty, dramatic fight. It was... I feel like that fight was staged because it was just ridiculous. And then they ended it. So they were off the show after the first week or so.
Okay.
Wow. But then there's like two couples that the whole time I was like, oh, I low-key really want them to be together.
And did they?
One of them did. The other one didn't.
Oh.
Well, jeez, that's like
love is blind, so.
Yeah. But basically the whole thing is an experiment, and I don't know. It's just kind of funny to...
Who signs up for this stuff?
I don't know. One of the girls, oh my gosh, she's so annoying. She's so
You sound like a middle schooler right now.
Oh my gosh. She's so annoying.
She's sitting at our table right now.
Her name's Jessica. And
I hate Jessica.
Hate her.
She's 34. The guy that proposed to her was 24.
Oh, jeez.
Basically, she was in love with another guy during speed dating. But he told her that he wasn't in love with her. So then she went back to this guy, and he proposed, and she was like, yes, I'll marry you. So basically, she settled for this guy. Then when they met in person, she was going so back and forth. She was like, I'm not attracted to him. And then she was like, oh, but I love him. He loves me. Oh, I don't really feel it. He's 24. Oh, but he's so sweet. And then...
But is he cute?
I mean, I think he's pretty cute. He's okay. He's short, but... It doesn't matter.
Hey.
Anyway, they didn't. Yeah, she just left him at the altar. She said, bye. And then she said, I'm doing this for me. I'll apologize to whoever I need to apologize, but I'm honestly not even sorry. And the guy was like bawling his eyes out in his mom's arms. It's just a ridiculous show.
You're like laughing about it.
It's just so crazy. It's so ridiculous.
God, sounds like a whirlwind.
Yeah. Like they gather their families. And they go to a whole wedding ceremony.
This is just like The Bachelor.
Yeah, it's so dramatic.
I was about to say, like, how do you, like, if you're going to get proposed in 4 weeks, like, how do you tell your friends, like, hey, man, like, there's a possibility I'm going to go onto this show and then, like, also get married?
That's the
in 4
thing.
weeks?
So I think they tell their friends and family if they are close enough ahead of time because they aren't allowed to have their phones. Like during the experiment.
Every single week.
What?
It's like, yo.
Yeah, they're not allowed to have their phones until they go back to reality. So basically, like, they're off the charts, and then when they get back and they're like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, I found my husband, and they introduce them to this person from an experiment that they met last week, and they're like, we're getting married. And some of the parents, this is how I feel, this is when I feel like it's actually real, because some of the parents and the siblings, the way they talk to the people,
badly.
they're... Yeah.
I would react badly.
They're like, are you kidding me? You guys need to be realistic. You only know this person for 3 weeks. Blah, blah,
But also,
blah.
like, the parents knew, like, what was going on the entire time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You need to be realistic. I know you've been on this show and you told me about this show like a year ago, but hey. Listen to me.
Hey.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
The way you're talking about that girl reminded me of the video of the little boy who's like, she's so ugly. She's so annoying, but she's my best friend. He's like,
wait, what is that video?
Oh my God, I have to show you. It's so funny. He's like 6, and he's like, she's so ugly. I hate her, but she's my best friend. And it's like, he's like making fun of.
So well.
She's so ugly.
I know. Why does that sound? That was a really good impression.
Before or something, but okay.
That's so funny. I feel like that's.
She's so rude.
She's so rude. I hate her. She's so ugly, but she's my best friend.
But she's my best friend.
But you were just like, she's so annoying.
And that she's
Have
my
you ever
best
had
friend.
dreams where that you
that you
wish you once you
I played this thing out loud at work and I literally got a headache. I was like, God.
That's one of the best videos I've ever seen. Oh my God. Because it's so true. Like, that's exactly how kids talk to you.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, inaccurate at all. And the fact that they put that on a TV show and aired it,
Yeah.
that is so funny to me.
Dude.
Because it's so accurate.
Kids are brutally honest, let me
They'd
tell
be like, so, you know that thing?
you can't get. Well, I told the kid when I worked at a tennis camp. This one kid would always be like, "Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, what?" And he's like, "Watch me throw this tennis ball." And I'm like, "That was really good, kid." Like that.
little face he
Oh
made
my
it just,
That's what he would do. He would like look at me. He's like,
do you see that?
as if it's like something really impressive.
Do you know how fast it went? Pretty fast.
That was the best one. You see that one? That was the best one. Guess what?
Guess
I'm
what?
gonna do it again. So
Here's the camp counselor.
It's so true.
me as a
Oh
camp,
my god. It's so funny.
my whole job was to just watch the kids. Like I didn't even
Yep.
have a. They would play tennis, and then I had to go get them and watch them, and then bring them to the pool. And
That was
I
your
just
whole job?
couldn't. That was my whole job.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. There was one kid, and he would always say, like, I have a infected toe, so I can't get in the water. Do you want to play ping pong? And I would play ping pong with this kid, and he was so bad. It was, like, hard for me to actually play ping pong because he would, like, hit it, and it would go straight up. And I'm like, good job.
Yeah.
After 5 minutes, I'm like, are you sure you can't go in the pool?
Okay.
I have affected toe.
I have an infected toe. I can't go in the water. I'm like, oh my god. We've been at camp all summer. How is your toe not better?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I love kids.
I love
dude.
kids.
I love them. They're so funny.
Yeah.
Remember as kids, like, we would just, like, eat, like, one thing, like, you know what, we gotta take, like, a 30-minute break from the pool right now.
Yeah.
Like, if we touch that,
You're
you
gonna
might,
throw
you're
up.
gonna die. Yeah. I remember, like, I feared it. I was like, oh my gosh, I just...
You're gonna get electrocuted
I
if
just
you
ate a
don't.
Dorito. Yeah.
Get electrocuted because you eat your food before you go
Like,
in
isn't
the
that
pool.
insane?
Oh my god.
And it's like at birthday parties, you know, if you ever go to a birthday party at a public pool when you were younger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, right?
Pizza.
Soggy, you know, like the kids get
Soggy
out with the
pizza
soggy
hands.
hands and they reach the bowl of
All the
chips.
Cheetos gone.
Yeah. And then my mom would like catch me eating the Cheetos or somebody, and I'd be like, gotta wait 30 minutes now.
Or the worst was the pretzels. When the pretzels were soggy.
Oh,
Those were so bad.
soggy pretzels.
I hate that.
Gross.
Those random,
Yeah.
like, irrational fears that we had, like, eating and then getting in the pool or, like, turning on the
Quicksand.
light in our...
Yeah.
Quicksand.
Yeah, we talked
Quicksand.
about this. Or like, anytime when it storms, my mom and dad always said don't shower when it storms because the water makes sense, obviously. But now when it's like raining outside, I'm programmed to be like, am I supposed to shower?
Don't touch the water.
Don't shower.
I remember we have day camp, and I was leading day camp, and we had about 20 kids in our huddle, and it was huddle 4, so they were all about like 8 or 9, and so there was this bee that kept flying around. It was like an actual bumblebee. It wasn't
was
like a
this
hornet
bee.
or something. There was a bee. They were all scared of it, and you know how kids are told like to snap at bees so they won't like hit them? They're supposed to.
Oh, seriously?
It's not true that bees they don't care about you snapping, but you tell kids that you should snap at them to get them to go away.
Oh,
But
really?
that's just so they don't swat at them. Yeah, fun fact.
Oh.
Good to know.
But they were all doing that, and they were all super scared of this bee, and I was like, hey, that's my friend. I was like, that's Barry Benson from the Bee Movie. Of course, none of them had ever seen it, so they were like,
Aw.
they were like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, that's my friend. We communicate. And they're like, what? How?
Don't
And I was
slap my
like-
friend.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, be careful, you're gonna hurt him. I was like, he communicates with me because we have a secret language that when he beats his wings in a certain way, I can tell what he's feeling. And right now he's really scared. And they were like, oh my god.
Wait, he's hungry. Everybody.
Yeah, no. Literally.
Dude, you come up with the best stuff to say to kids, though. I would just be like,
Stop hitting him.
Stop whacking the bee.
Well, if you do that, then they're like just gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, like they're not gonna. They don't hear the word no. They hear
Yes.
whatever you.
Oh.
Yeah, they hear whatever you don't like.
Well,
Yeah. So anyway, I told them like I was like, no, that's my friend. You can't do that because he's scared. And they were like, well, what's he saying now? Like they would just be like, they would always be like, well,
and you're like, he's telling me about his kids.
yeah. And then I told them this story, and they're like, well, how did you become friends? And I was like, well, one time I had goldfish. I was eating goldfish, and I dropped one on the ground, and I was so sad because it was a goldfish, and I wanted to eat it, but I dropped it on the ground, and it was all dirty. And then Barry Benson, the bee, picked up the goldfish and put it in my hand, and that's how we became friends.
These kids are 8 and 9 years.
8 and 9.
They believed that story?
Yeah. Most of them. Some of them were probably just humoring me just because, but I feel like I'm pretty convincing. So I was like, yeah.
You're like 8 or 9 years old.
I was like, yep, that's my
8-year-olds
friend.
should know that bees can't pick up goldfish.
I
I
don't
would
think
be
they
like,
really cared that much.
I don't believe you.
They were really just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And I was like, yeah, just don't hurt him. It's okay.
This is my best friend.
He's my best friend.
He's my best friend.
Oh, wait, hold on.
My best friend.
So
what's going on?
Hey, my friend Mel, she's actually listening right now. She said, "True, I wasn't allowed to shower during storms either."
Oh,
But
yeah.
also, I
That's
feel
a
like that
camp
was-
thing too.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah, it's a
thing.
It
It's
is
a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, we're gonna
Oh,
go
we're
to
going
break,
right now?
and then we'll be right back on the morning app.
I can hear
Can you
Justin
hear it?
typing on his phone. I just heard.
You can't hear that?
Wait, me? Or are you asking you? If
You,
I
can
it?
you
I
hear
can
it?
hear it.
It's like very lightweight. Let me see if
Lightweight.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Sorry. Okay, I was trying to like share the live stream. My bad. I was trying
That's
to make
funny.
a clever
Always
caption.
on your phone.
Listen, I was trying to make a clever caption for the live stream. Keep going with the conversation, guys. My bad.
So on Sunday, just kidding. But yeah, Sunday I just worked, and then I went to International Women's Day concert.
Yeah, tell me about that. I wasn't able to go, but
So all the women's a cappella groups on App State's campus, we have 3, worked together to put on an International Women's Day concert with Oasis.
amazing.
And so they raised a good amount of money for Oasis. I think it was like $200 or something like that, which was
Cool.
great because it was an a cappella concert. And then they had 2 all-female groups from Wilmington and ECU come
It's really
as
cool.
a part of it. So yeah, it was really great. It was a lot of fun. And then I had my own a cappella rehearsal after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Good times.
Good times.
What about you guys?
Okay, I'll go. First. Sorry, we'll just go in a
I was
line.
like,
we'll go
I
in a
asked
line.
you.
Okay, so Friday. Lord, what happened Friday?
I hope you were on the show.
Oh my gosh. No,
Or-
I can't
or
bring it up
not.
on. Okay, never mind.
We never.
I went to Applebee's with all my friends. And that was really nice.
Applebee's.
And
Solid.
and ate some bourbon chicken and some shrimp.
At Applebee's or
Uh-huh.
after? Okay.
Yeah, they got the
that was
bourbon.
really nice. And then the next morning, like I did, like the high neighbor upstairs and
Nice.
stuff, interviews some people. Then right after that, I went straight to Raleigh with my friend Carl. I slept the whole way there. I don't even remember it. He was just like, "Man, you were snoring so loud." I was like, "I'm sorry. You played some King Cruel." I mean, not saying that King Cruel's album was bad or anything. It was terrific. I just was like,
Yeah,
vibing
just
and
ready
sleeping.
to
Yeah.
sleep.
Then woke up in Raleigh. Went and hung out with my mama all day. It was really nice. We caught up and everything. She was like, "Jess, I'm so proud of you." And I literally cried in the bathroom. It was really cute. And then, actually, really ugly. I had like snot bubbles and stuff. I was like, yeah. Kiera's interpretation of like my like Persian cowardly dog is like, I'm like, no, my tongue's not like falling out of my mouth. No. Like yours like, I'm like, no. That's not it.
It's like a blubberfish.
Okay. I'm so
Yeah, it's
sorry.
more like. What is happening?
Oh my God! Why are we doing this? Okay.
Every day we do this.
Okay, then I went to like a look. You guys are insane.
I know.
Like every time like we do these little things, I'm like, gosh, I really hope nobody's just like now tuning in, just like.
I know. I always hope
We
nobody's
make no
listening during
sense.
those moments.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah, went to like a little fashion show that night with Carl and like a bunch of like NC State DIY people. It was really nice. And then woke up. Mom was like, "We're gonna go to church in the morning." I was like, "Oh, church, okay." And then I woke up. She's like, let's just lay in bed. I was like, all right. So we just like kind of chill and just caught up and everything. She's like, hey, 2 months. And I was like, that's crazy. Cool. And she's like, well, we got Airbnb for like your graduation and stuff. Like we're gonna party and stuff for your graduation. I was like, heck yeah.
Nice.
Cookout, everybody come. It's gonna be really awesome.
At
Everybody's invited.
Cookout?
Yes, at Cookout. Cookout at my place, actually, okay?
His Airbnb is Cookout.
Oh,
That's where he's staying.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
If you
but
weren't
at my
sure.
place, like everybody's invited. It'll be really fun. We're gonna make some hot doggies and hamburgies, and it's gonna be so much fun.
Doggies and hamburgers.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
Graduation is really.
It's very close.
Yes.
Yet so far.
L-Dog?
May
9th.
No, that's the day we graduate.
Oh, what did you ask?
May
L-Doc.
L-Doc. I think it's like May 3rd.
Oh, it's April 30th.
Okay.
Oh. Yay!
That was a good
Yeah.
face. Yeah, it's April 30th, I believe, and then like finals start May 1st, I think. This is gonna be a wild time.
Liz, I already know I have like 3 finals in one day, bro.
Excited. We're gonna do only Darties at my place for like the rest of the year after my birthday.
When's your
Yeah.
birthday?
March 23rd, but I'm gonna do like the 20th or something, like a
nice.
Friday. Do something, but like we've been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I love like Christina. Like she'll text me every week. I'm like, hey, are you doing anything? I'm like, no.
That's so
I'm being
funny.
very quiet until.
I'm being quiet.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Till mid-March at least.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna
That's
be a good
funny.
time.
Mid-March.
So, yes. Mark your dates. Mark your calendars.
Mark your dates.
Mark your dates.
I think I'll actually
Mark
be
your
out
dates.
of town
Don't
on
forget.
March 28th. It's through the 20th, but
28th.
through the 20th. Or wait, sorry, March 20th through the 22nd
Okay.
is what I meant to say.
Is what?
Why? Why would you go out of town?
I joined another band, and we have to go on tour.
Why don't you,
Yeah.
why don't you just quit the band?
Okay.
Wait, I was joking.
Me actually
Like,
quits.
wait.
Birthday
Hey, so
party.
Justin's birthday party is on the 20th, so I can't go on tour
You're
anymore.
like, who's Justin? What the? Okay. Oh, so I guess your weekend. Sorry.
I guess you're gonna. Oh yeah, Lexi, how was your weekend? Look at us.
Hey, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I worked in Charlotte on Friday,
Oh,
and that was a good day.
wow.
I told Justin about the contest, or like the quiz that you took, and then you put my information in
Oh,
so
yeah.
I could win a $25
Yeah, that was so
Moe's gift
funny.
card.
I was like, I can't put my own information
Yeah.
in here. What if I win? And then I was like, wait.
Yeah. Justin asked what the quiz was, and I didn't know what it was, but now I know that it was what
It's a
type of Moe's
Moe's mom,
are
are
you?
Oh,
Because they're different types of Moe's moms.
Moe's
I'm a
moms.
taco mom, so
didn't
I was
know
hoping for
there's
quesadilla,
Moe's moms
but
in general. Okay.
you know.
I don't know the last time I've gone to Moe's, so I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, I haven't gone to Moe's in... I think I've only been to Moe's like once.
in college.
Yeah.
Well, there's no Moe's here. So
Yeah,
it's
there's
hard
no
to
Moe's in
know.
Boone.
Unless you
There's
drive all the way to
a lot in
Lexington.
Charlotte, I feel like. There's multiple. All over the
Barbaritas, that's
place.
our go-to here, or
Yeah.
Chipotle. But man, that queso is okay. We can't really talk junk about companies on the air. But yeah,
We can't talk junk. You guys ever been to Salsaritas? Because nobody ever talks about that, but I think Salsaritas
In
is the
Boone?
best one. No.
Oh, I was like, wait.
But everyone's like,
I've never heard of that.
Qdoba's better than Chipotle and Chipotle.
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 And then Moe's is better than Chipotle and Chipotle is better than blah blah blah. But you guys ever
Blah,
been
blah,
to
blah,
Salsaritas? Because Salsaritas the best one. If I do say
Salsaritas.
so myself.
If I do.
Salsaritas.
There's a Salsaritas in Charlotte, and there's probably some in every other city you live in, but just not in Boone.
Because Boone has 5 stores.
Yeah.
combined, so.
I will say that Barbaritos chips slap.
Yeah. They're pretty good.
I
They're
only
pretty
went
Sometimes late
there
at night,
one
I think
time.
about it. Oh,
Sorry.
I've been there, like,
Are they
twice.
exposed? God, sorry.
The Michael Scott.
The Spider-Man meme.
Wait,
Wait,
wait, what's happening? Are you me? Am I you? But yeah, salsaritas. If you haven't had salsaritas and you're one of those people who feels like you need to have a favorite fast food Mexican restaurant, then go check out salsaritas because that's my favorite fast food Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
But I also really like Chipotle. I'm just going to say it. I love Chipotle.
Who was
That was me. I was
Okay.
breathing heavily into the microphone.
Where is that coming from?
I know. I feel like I'm barely breathing into my nose, but you can hear it so loudly.
Yeah, you can hear a lot of things really loudly. Stop! No! 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 I'm turning off your mic if you do that again. Stop! We gotta go to break. We're gonna be right back on the morning app.
So I was just on Twitter reading more about Love is Blind.
I think Kiera's
I
obsessed.
tried to
Stop,
have a
I'm not
conversation too, but all I found was a bunch of Animal Crossing stuff.
Oh.
She said, I just did research. I'm not obsessed with it. I just
Man,
looked it up even though I already knew what it was.
So I was reading like people's tweets about the show and stuff, and I didn't even really, I thought about this for sure, but it's called Love is Blind, and they're trying to see, obviously, if you can find love without the importance of looks or like knowing what the person looks like. But they tweeted and they're like, does this experiment really work if everybody that they put in the experiment is already really hot? Because I didn't even really think about that.
True.
Every contestant in the show is already good looking. So it's like...
Because it's television.
Yeah.
Surprise.
So obviously when you meet the person, I feel like because everybody is already attractive, you're not going to be that disappointed. But I feel like if this were to happen in real life and we did some kind of Love is Blind experiment
with
just
people?
a bunch of people, it would be a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, the women that are in this show are like supermodels.
Is it ABC? It's ABC.
Netflix.
I was about to say.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know that.
It's a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm. I don't think ABC
Interesting.
can
No commercials, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll watch
I don't
it.
think ABC can do like another dating
Yeah.
show right
Oh.
They're
now.
doing like, what is it? My Heart Sings or something like. It's
What?
like the one that's like, it's basically like The Voice, but it's also about finding love. So it's like,
What?
That sounds like a terrible
What?
concept. What?
it's like My Heart Sings or like, what is the name of it? Someone knows out there. So you guys know what I'm talking about.
This is on ABC? This is on
Yeah, it's a
cable
new
television.
show. It hasn't started yet.
Oh my gosh.
But it's literally like The Voice, but they have to sing
This
a duet
makes me
together, and
wanna
then they end
die.
up falling in love.
That's so
Everyone
bad.
wants love.
I'm just gonna say it. American Idol needs to die. American Idol needs to go
been
away.
around for a pretty long
Ryan
time.
Seacrest has so many other things going on.
He is so busy.
He needs to just American Idol is just
Does he have
not
a
at its
family?
He's a
peak
king.
anymore.
What?
Does he have like a family or anything?
Does he have a wife or is it just a girlfriend? I think he has a girlfriend,
I have no idea.
but I don't think he. I don't think he could have a family. He's traveling from New York to California
travels all
on
the
an
time.
every other day basis.
Yeah.
So
I forgot that he has like the little morning show of Kelly. It's like Ryan and Kelly or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it's Michael and Kelly, isn't it? Michael Strahan. And
No, he's gone. Michael got kicked off, and then Ryan Seacrest replaced
Oh, it was.
him.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Duh. I knew that.
Because Ryan was like, yes, I can fit that on my schedule.
You're so
course.
right.
So he's doing that,
he's
the radio
doing the
show.
most.
He's the only
American
reason
Idol.
that American Idol is still even a thing
Oh, and then
because
he-
none of the same judges are there anymore, and they all are bad judges, in my
And
opinion.
then he produces the Kardashian show.
Yeah, he's got his
Produces
own.
that? Really?
Yeah,
Like every now and then
He
he'll
knows
pop
so many
up.
people.
Yeah.
Like imagine how many people he has in his phone.
yeah.
He's like Jimmy Fallon or
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon knows like everyone.
Right.
And he always has those like stories of going to like people's birthday parties and then they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. That would be the life. I would love that.
But yeah, seriously, Ryan Seacrest does his own show, and then he's in charge of this whole now Ryan Seacrest Foundation across hospitals across the country.
Oh yeah, the Seacrest Studios.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I love that. I love that
Crazy
program.
amount of work. He is a very big idol of mine personally.
He's my American Idol. I'm so smart.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
cancel
so
this show? You
Yeah,
shouldn't.
let's.
Nobody should. Because
You're right.
Ryan's doing great.
Surprise! The plot twist of American Idol is it's actually
It's
Ryan
actually just
Seacrest.
been Ryan
It's
Seacrest.
been
the
Ryan
whole time.
Seacrest the entire time.
Katy
I'm just gonna. Then I'll just say,
Ryan Seacrest.
as soon as Ryan Seacrest is not on American Idol anymore, then it better end. That's what that's what I'll change my statement to.
Yeah.
It's okay that
Ryan's
it's still
like,
there, but once he's off,
I'm leaving, guys. This is it. This is the
He
final
is
episode
American
right here.
Idol.
I know we're like
Yeah.
midway through the season, but like I'm leaving, so we're gonna turn off.
I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Priorities, you know.
I always loved when he would be like, "This is American Idol," and then
Yeah,
he'd go to
yeah.
the thing, and then he'd be like, "Well, okay, so we will be back on Wednesday."
Hump day.
Hump day? Yeah, not yet.
Oh.
But we'll be back on Wednesday. Probably, I don't know if we'll
Maybe
have a
not
guest.
Friday.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
not
yeah.
Friday.
Wednesday we might have a.
Wednesday
We're
may
not
may be a guest.
We won't be.
We
here
don't
on
know.
Friday.
No, I said like on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
We might have a guest on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so stick around for that, and then have a good spring break. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday probably, but
Yeah. But have a great Monday. Enjoy the sun that we're
Yes.
supposed to have today.
yeah, I think
Maybe.
it's supposed to be pretty nice. So
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain, guys.
Oh.
cool.
Awkward.
That's
Yeah.
awkward. Enjoy the rain then.
Yeah.
All right.